video time. Woo! I have been looking forward to making this video for a long time. However, it has taken a long time to track my everyday motions and identify the pieces to include in this video. As a tween and preteen and teen, used to read a lot of Martha Stewart Living and O Magazine. Thank you to my mom. And in those magazines, they would have the early versions of life hacks that have changed me as a person and completely made my life better. So I am excited to share those things with you. Before we get into the actual life hacks, I just want to make some clarifications. To some people, a lot of these things are going to seem like no-brainers, but to others, it will not. So I just want to set the scene there, and I want to very quickly define what a life hack is, just so we're all on the same page. A life hack is the application of knowledge and resources to make a solution in perhaps an unconventional way. A life hack is not one specific product used for one specific reason. And unfortunately, I think a lot of things posted online now are like, life hack, you can use this circle cutter to cut circles.
Huh?
Okay, that's not what we're here to do. So I've got 4 categories that I've broken down the things I do all the time. Some of them will apply, some of them won't. Let's get into the zhuzh. Starting with my cleaning ones. Sandy, mommy just got started with the cleaning hacks. Starting with 91% alcohol can be used to immediately clean things like permanent marker. I have used so many different whiteboards over the years that have either been made from scratch or made into specific graphs in order to organize data or help, my workplace. And you can use permanent marker to write on a whiteboard, and then of course use dry erase markers to work within that without necessarily erasing all of the permanent marker. And if you make a mistake there or need to repurpose, you can spray 91% alcohol and you can immediately just spritz and wipe it away, and the permanent marker will be gone. You can get this close with a magic eraser, but it's a lot more work. And you can also use 91% alcohol to quickly clean something in order to make it a safe for use or remove a color. Like the other example I use it for is makeup brushes. If for some reason I have like green all over a makeup brush and I need to have it then be mixed with blue, but the green is too yellow and the blue is going to be too purple for some reason, you can just swish that in some 91% alcohol and then roll it on a paper towel, and you have a completely clean, almost no residue, dry makeup brush ready for use. If you're someone who has a laundry machine that's not all in one, when you're moving your laundry from the washing machine to the dryer, shake out the individual items as needed to move them into the dryer for them to dry faster. This is a Martha Stewart Living tip, so it is Bible to me. Just taking that 1 second to just shake out a shirt so that way there's not a twist in the arm or something inside out can really help make sure that the garment is less wrinkled when you pull it from the dryer and completely dry or nearly completely dry as you see fit for your clothing. When you're cleaning the baseboards in your house, you can use a dryer sheet to remove all the dust and all the debris in a quick motion instead of scrubbing those baseboards, and then you can go in with a regular Lysol wipe. This is a little bit of a wasteful hack, and it's only if you're someone that already uses dryer sheets and already uses wipes, so sorry about that. But people do neglect their baseboards, and if this helps you clean your baseboards, then this is a hack that's worth it. Just using the dryer lint though will not necessarily keep your baseboards clean, and if you do it way too much with scented dryer sheets, you will then have weird waxy buildup on your baseboards, which will have more dust cling to them. Dryer lint, dryer sheet. Oh, and this one was a big Marie Kondo one, but geez Louise, the number of times I've had to help a friend with this as we go through their clothes. In your drawer, your t-shirts should be folded into quarters and stacked vertically instead of horizontally in half on top of each other. Then you can actually see what all of your t-shirts are, so you can pick out the clothes you want to wear. You can do this with any clothes that you can fold in a way that fits into the drawer. You just might have to learn a new folding style, and it can be a hard habit to get into, but it will make your life better. Moving on to the beauty hacks. This one is a travel beauty hack. You can go to a place that sells makeup and they'll have little free sample containers. The Clinique section always has little free sample containers. This is one that I'm currently using right now, but you can just take these and then this can give you all the product you need for like travel. This is a week's worth of tinted moisturizer for me. This is way more than a week's worth. I've been using this for like a month. But you could do this with anything that's a little bit of like a gelatinous liquid you need, because then you know like, okay, well, I'm going out of town for a week, 2 weeks. You can put just a couple of these, throw them in your liquids bag, and then you're not worried about products going bad or worried about something exploding. Like, these are very safe for travel and they are free. They are free. Extension of this hack into the next one. I ran out of this product about 3 weeks ago and I'm not shopping at Target, haven't all year, but 3 weeks ago I ran out of this product. But if I look in the bottom, there's still probably 2 months worth of this at the bottom for me. Sorry, where's the camera? Have I been looking in the wrong spot all this time? Boom, you see that? There's a lot in here. Okay, for me that's like 3 months worth of this. So what I do is, and I'm not doing this on camera because I'm not ready to get to this step yet because I'll end up wasting, and I am a penny pincher when it comes to beauty products. This shouldn't be $16 for something that then they want you to throw away the bottom. That's not what we're talking about today. Anyways, I take an X-Acto knife. You use the tools that you feel safest doing this with, but I use an X-Acto knife and cut off to about here. And then I'm able to take a makeup brush or a scapula or a tongue depressor and then put that into a new container, like one of these. I have one of these that's about a full ounce size. So it's like, you know, maybe about this big instead. And it holds everything. And then I don't waste my product. And as long as you clean this beforehand, you really have nothing to worry about. And you've saved yourself some money and you make your products go a little bit further. That one was a long-winded beauty hack, but this one could be a little divisive, this next hack, and that's about silica packets. If you get something in the mail and, you know, the packaging company puts silica packets in it, you can put these in places where you just don't want moisture getting into. That's why it was in those packages, and that's what you can do instead of, I guess, just continuing to put everything in a landfill. I'm trying. So the number one place I put these now is just in my vanity, and you'll see in my vanity there's just teeny little to big little silica packets everywhere, just so that way if something happens, my makeup's not gonna get ruined, because Arnie and Sandy do love to prowl around on top of my desk, and I don't want them spilling something in there and then me ruining all my makeup. The other place that these are great to put is if you have a purse or a backpack and you frequently put like your laptop in one pocket or your phone in one of those pockets, put one of these in there just for the extra protection of not getting a little something into the ports of your device. Now, of course, if you have pets or if you have children, take the precautions you need to protect those that you love, because of course, do not eat. Kids get curious and pets get curious, so protect your family and your devices. So dry shampoo is very popular now. About, I don't know, 12 years ago, so excuse me. I know I said two very different age ranges, but I'm talking here. Dry shampoo, in the scope of a lifetime, is new on the scene to beauty. And there are things you can do now where, you know, dry shampoo helps keep your hairstyle for a couple of days because you're not really supposed to wash your hair every day. There are people who preemptively put dry shampoo on the night before their second day wash, so that way, you know, the dry shampoo starts working overnight to prevent anything that they don't want. However, what I've learned from Oprah Magazine, thank you, Oprah, you can use a very light hold hairspray just the day after you've styled your hair, and it will start doing that work to keep everything not in place and not the perfect shape like you might think with hairspray, but to just protect it from any oils or any outside debris or weather. I don't know what your life is like, but I know mine. And for the first day, this really helps me move into the second day. And I only wash my hair twice a week. This is not about buying a product. And if you are intrigued about finding the right hairspray, this one's an aerosol that I got because it was on sale for $8 because they could not verify if the can was full because the cap was missing. But Garnier Fructiques makes a really light hold hairspray that's just a spritzer. That one's really good. Just each as a little something. And my last beauty hack, which is another one from Oprah magazine. My best evidence of it is how my hand is looking today here. The tip is when you're going to apply a mascara or an eyebrow tint or something that's on a spoolie top, roll it on a Kleenex real quick, and that helps get so much of the flaking off, so that way you're not going back again and again to try to fix all the little details. I don't want to waste the tissue anymore or hold on to a tissue for an entire week while I roll my mascara on it every day. So now I just use the back of my hand, and then I take other things like a Q-tip or try to wash my hand. This was a new mascara, and I didn't like the way that it smeared after I washed my hands. So I'm like, well, maybe I won't keep using this. But that is my hack. Roll it so that way you can get those little flakes off. Now for some random hacks. I don't have any broad categories for these, but they're saving me. The first one, insane, but when you are broke, which is me every day, and you're out walking around or just window shopping or with friends, and you see stuff that you want to buy, but you know that's not in budget right now, take a picture. Take a picture of it and then go amongst your merry way. And then when you're in the place of your budget to be like, oh, that's right, I can buy a little something for me now. What can I do? You can look back through your camera roll and be like, oh, I didn't want any of that stuff. I was just in a mood. Or like, oh, right, this, I really wanted it. And you have a little list there for yourself through pictures and a little reminder of these fleeting moments. I do this all the time. One time have I looked back on the pictures and been like, oh, right, I wanted to get that. It's really helped me save a lot of money. Here's another cheap bastard tip. If you are a pickle eater and you buy pickles that are like cold brine pickles, like Clausen pickles or Grillo pickles, you can then just get seedless cucumbers and reuse the brine like 3 or 4 times, and then just have quadruple the pickles that you would have had, and all it takes is like 12 hours to have your cucumber slices turn into pickles. That's what we've experienced. But if you're not a pickle eater, sorry. This hack I do not use all the time, but it did change my life, so I must share it. And we did use this for melon carving, but when you are carving a pumpkin, when you go to draw your face or your design or what have you, you can use a red expo marker, and that is much easier to like blend in with the pumpkin if you like don't match up your lines perfectly, and you do have a moment to like erase it off the pumpkin instead of using a black Sharpie, which I've been doing for 1,000 years. And when you're carving the said pumpkin, instead of cutting like the top off where the vine spot is in order to reach down and put your candle for your jack-o'-lantern, cut from the bottom. And then you can just have your little bottom piece, light your little candle, and put your pumpkin on top. And then you're not reaching in and burning yourself. A scar Kevin has on his arm now from the melons we carved this summer. Protect yourself, carve out the bottom instead of the top. This one is an oldie but a goodie. If you have multiple keys and you don't want to go out and like buy key covers, put different colored nail polish on their keys so that way you can quickly discern which one is which. If you're not a nail polish user, you can ask a friend who has nail polish, or a Facebook buy nothing group for your area or next door, and say, does anyone have 2 to 3 nail polish colors that I can use to help decorate some keys? And I guarantee you someone is going to say, absolutely, you can borrow these for the afternoon. I bet you there'll be someone that say, come over, pick out whatever colors you want and keep them. Not that you need that, but it's an easy way to help mark up your keys for free. These last 3 hacks, technically they are all related to a specific item, so I feel a little guilty because it's like, well then if you want to use this you have to buy this thing, but they are used in unconventional ways, so I still want to share it. But number 1, if you're having trouble hanging something just from a high place or anything, that this could work for you. This is one I've discovered, but you can tie the thing you're trying to hang to a pipe cleaner and then wrap the pipe cleaner around whatever you want to hang up, and it's so much easier. And then the pipe cleaner you just untwist and take down. Pool noodles are very multifaceted. Yes, they're good for activities in the pool, but a pool noodle is also great for cutting into pieces and putting into like over the knee boots, keeping them, you know, stacked up in your closet so they're not flopping over and then causing issues or creating creases in them that are unsightly. We have in our laundry room areas that are covered by pool noodle material that's taped around these very sharp edges of air duct that Kevin and I have both hit our heads on. I know Maria hit her head on when we all lived here. The pool noodle has protected us, so we're not bashing our heads off of things. Back there, those corners, we need some pool noodles, cause the amount of bruises that I have gotten hitting my head off the corners of those walls, zooey mama, it has hurt. I've even seen friends that put half a pool noodle under their child's sheets in their bed to create a bumper so their child doesn't roll out of bed. It's $1.25. They are at the dollar store. This one is my least ethical life tip in my entire life, but in the scheme of all the life hacks that have changed me, this one has, and it is the most expensive one, and that's if you are interested or trying to lose weight. I'm not talking about fitness, I'm not talking about health, I'm talking about good old-fashioned toxic weight loss. A great way to channel your energy into something new is to buy a video game that you can get lost in. I cannot tell you the amount of times that I have sat for hours and forgotten to eat, or the times that I've been able to get through a devastating loss by just losing myself into video games. For me recently, it's been Pikmin 1 and Pikmin 3, not Pikmin 2. And if you're new to video games and don't know where to start or anything like that, might I recommend two very popular lighthearted ones, Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley. Stardew Valley you can just get on your computer. Animal Crossing you do have to get on a console. Animal Crossing and Stardew Valley are sandbox style games. They're both very friendly. My favorite sandbox style game is Don't Starve Together, which if you are not comfortable or like experienced in video games, I cannot recommend that game to you. It's kind of hard. But the best way to lose weight, we all know, is to have our heart stomped on and crushed. And if you're not interested in getting hurt emotionally, might I recommend a video game? These are little things I do that have vastly improved my life, one little stupid little thing at a time. And if even one of these makes your life better, then I've done my piece. And if you want some more peace from me, hit subscribe, okay? Because I would really like that. Plain and simple. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!